Welcome to another Mahalo Halo Las Vegas and then some. It's your host, Toni Rose, with my sister and co-host.
Hey guys, it's the people's bestie. It's MC Lepaleps, and me and Toni Rose are coming at you with big love all the way from the 702. And of course, always keeping it live in the 725. Yes, girl.
We are alive today.
Ha, ha, ha.
Staying alive.
That's right.
Staying alive.
Come on.
Coffee.
With coffee and water. Hallelujah.
Yes. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We are midweek or no, this is the weekend. What day are we?
We are actually, today is a Wednesday. Today's Wednesday.
I'm telling you, this coffee, sister.
Tuesday, Wednesday. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Love. It's any day, you know what I mean? But whatever day it is, it's a good day.
It's a good day to have a good day.
It's a great day to be alive here with you, sister.
It's a songy day today. Well, you know, it's really fun to be in the studio because, one, we get to just chat. We get to catch up on the week.
Yes.
We get to reconnect, recharge, and just reinvent what we need to be doing in our life as mamas and businesswomen and just community members. We need to be able to kind of shift with the times and give ourselves some grace.
That's right.
And of course, empowering one another to encourage one another to keep going. Whether
We need that.
the hormones are kicking, the coffee is not working.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Everything. It's so true. You're so right. Because there are, because every day, everybody there, sometimes there are just those days. And I'm so glad, Toni, that we can come together. This is more like, we love this because it's like our time to just come in and be like, girl,
breathe.
Bring it together.
Right.
Get it together.
Get it together.
And breathe. That's right. Breathe, bring it together, get it together, and go.
You know, and I know that your family, as far as your son, Sua, he's out of state in college, his first full week. I know there's a lot of, mama bear misses the baby bear. And so I commend you, sister, because that is hard. So whoever is, dealing with a baby that has left for the college or the semester, it's hard, right?
It's definitely a new season. It's definitely a different season now because, we're adjusting, and just like everyone else too, they're adjusting to, kids going back to schools. There are new kindergartners, there are new pre-K kids, there are new all kinds of, everyone's going, the season's changing.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're coming out, we're still hot here in Vegas, but you know what? We're coming out of that heat. We're going into the fall, and my gosh, we were just talking about, hey, we can't wait till this, the halfway in March, and we're already past March. We're almost done with the whole school year.
We're in the third quarter, honey.
We're almost done. Almost the whole school year. I'm talking about the year.
Right.
I'm like, hello. I'm thinking school's over already. Hello.
Well, I'm just excited that the kids are back in school.
Yes.
We have a routine again.
Yeah.
Routine is key to keep us all on, our schedule and just mental clarity and understanding of everybody's placement and all of that. So,
that's right.
Well, we have a very cool show today.
Yes.
I was honored to be able to come across Gigi's page because I read her story, very inspiring. And speaking of inspiring and encouraging women here in our community, we want to highlight and showcase who you are, what you bring, and the things that you want to, still serve as a woman and community member. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an intro because I think it's well deserved. So throughout her life, Gigi Roundtree has always felt a connection with people and community. A stage 4 cancer survivor, a social justice and community activist, nonprofit founder of Common Tree, 6-time author, mentor, and business consultant. All of her work is rooted in being a voice and advocate for her community and giving people tools to change their lives. So she will be holding a very special webinar. It's called You Matter. So welcome to the show, Gigi.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
oh my gosh, what a beautiful
so
intro.
Right.
My gosh, girl.
Let's take a moment.
I just want to snap real quick. Just take a moment to snap because, wow. I mean, to say all these things, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot more that she has, but I'm just I'm just really grateful that you're here.
Thank you. Let's get down to it. We'd love to know your story.
Yes.
Cancer survivor, 6-time author. I mean, tell us about, one, how you're doing now, and then kind of paint a picture of, where it all started.
So it has been since November of last year, actually, that I went into remission.
Wow.
So it was right before my 43rd birthday. So I was battling for 2 years. And it stems back from 2019, actually. And I had actually a brain tumor.
Oh my gosh.
So I had it removed. I had the whole process was like 6 months of recovery. So I had to like learn like my speech and walking and things like that.
Wow.
Get my life like back in order.
Right.
And then 2021 is when I got diagnosed with cancer.
Wow.
So a
my
stage
gosh.
3 sarcoma. I had a chest wall tumor, 7 centimeters.
Oh, wow.
And it was rough.
Wow.
My gosh.
So every time I tell a story, like I always get emotional.
No.
Of course.
But it was just like, I think probably when I started losing my hair, because the first year I didn't lose my hair. I was like going through chemo. I was trying to like figure out my life.
Right.
And I was like going through like some personal things, and I just didn't know like what to do.
Right.
So I went through like 6 cycles of like chemotherapy. And I think it was like my last cycle. They told me I had stage 4 and there was nothing they could do for me. So then I was like, what do I do? Do I just give up on my life? Because I went through a trying time to where like I battled with like suicidal ideation. And I think it was when my dad found me, rushed me to the hospital, and I was like, I can't do this. I have 2 kids. And then I started fighting for my life. I traveled the country. I did ayahuasca. I spent a lot of time in Peru, Colombia. Like I just traveled to get like different types of medicine, put you know, just different types of food into my body, and just sat in their jungles. I changed kind of like my mindset.
Right.
And I was like feeling good because I was like, if this is the way I'm going to go, like this is the way I'm going to go. And fast forward to the holidays last year, I really thought I was going to die like November. I was like really cold. My body was like, I was just like really in a bad place. I had family come. They were going to do like this big celebration before my birthday. And I was just like so sick, like I couldn't even move.
Oh, wow.
But then I got my scan. I went to go do my scans.
Okay.
And then I got the results, and they were like, go ring that bell. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
I was like, no way.
Wow.
And then I just told myself that was just the cancer leaving my body. Like,
it was exiting your body.
and I was just like,
wow.
Only God has has say over my life.
Come on.
And I was like, I'll be damned if they
Come
take
on.
me out this way,
Right?
because I'm here to serve my community, love on my kids. And I think that's why I strive really hard to like love on my community and people that show up for me.
Come on,
you know, that I
yes.
just make sure that I do that in return and show up for them.
Wow.
So here I am today sitting with you girls.
Oh my gosh.
Amen.
And
Telling
your
my
beautiful
story.
hair. Look at that.
Yes, this is like
Come on.
almost 2 years.
Come on.
Wow.
And everyone's like, how did you like grow the hair? I'm like, girl, my daughter buys all these expensive like oils, and I just sneak it like. And she's like, why is that half gone?
Right.
I was
I
like,
don't
girl,
know.
can't you tell?
I'm like,
Wow.
girl, it works. Thank you.
Wow.
Sharing is caring.
What a beautiful story. I'm over here crying.
I know. I'm like, I was holding back
I
my
was trying
tears.
to hold back my tears.
No, when you're in it, and I can see
Yeah.
the pain, and
Yeah.
you know, because I've never been in your shoes. But
Right.
if we're all able to just step in someone else's story and
Right.
understand their
Right. No, it's true. It's so true. No, like, because when you were talking about that, you were talking, like, that's real. That's real. It's not like saying, okay, yes, I overcame and this and that, but you were like,
Right.
that's raw, that's real.
Right.
I mean, those thoughts that you had, I mean, just to overcome those and to see that, like you said, like, you know, it was just like a miracle. It literally wasn't, you are a
Yeah,
miracle.
you are.
And
Yeah.
for you to just be like, okay, I'm going to fight for my life. I'm going to fight for my kids. I'm going to fight, and I'm going to sit in the jungles and reset my mind.
Absolutely.
The shift in your mind, your mindset to where it is now, and now to give back, because so much was going to be taken away from you.
Yeah.
Man, you're sitting there, and I'm just like, That's right.
Sister, and it's in alignment with, I believe yesterday I had posted something super crazy. I was like, if you had 30 days to live, what would you do? How would
Yeah,
you
I
use
saw
your
that.
life, and who would you bless? And, after understanding what you went through, it's like you have a timeline.
Yeah.
I mean, we all are
This is true.
going to
Expiration
go
date.
at some point. But I want to know now, like, what's your regimen? Like, what's your routine, and how
Yeah.
do you view it after overcoming that? And I know you're doing a lot for the community. So tell us, what you're up to, and
Yeah.
how life is right now.
So after like just remission, or I say cancer free,
Yeah.
because I would never, remission to me is like it's gonna come back or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And I remember I had a workshop and there was almost 100 people that came to see me speak. And I said remission, and someone stood up and was like, no, you're cancer free.
Right.
Because remission is like you're inviting it back.
Yeah.
There's a
yeah.
chance.
There's
Right.
a chance for it to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of had to change my mindset
Right.
and not take my life for granted.
Yeah.
And I always used to think like, why me kind of situation,
Mm-hmm.
because I just been through a lot, like through the years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was like, how can I give back to myself? And I've always thought it was through community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I need to take care of myself. Like, I was on steroids for a long time, which allowed me to gain 20 pounds. So I'm like, take care of my health better.
Right.
Started working out, yoga, still do meditation.
Okay.
So I do things that make me feel good internally.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I don't take, when people say like, oh, self-care,
Right.
it's more than like bubble baths for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's more than bubble
Yeah.
baths.
And it's
yeah.
like,
understand.
that could,
it's a
for
whole
me,
other
it-
level of self-care.
absolutely. So for me, that looks like alone time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be like cuddling with my comforter. That could be silence. That could be driving. That could be, the thing I do now is I would go to Red Rock, like the Overlook, and I would just like have lunch there.
Right.
I did it twice, like last week, and it just felt like so good
Peaceful.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
and peaceful.
I might find
Yes.
you there because I go to that Overlook or Calico.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Ooh.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
Ladies, we should go.
We're gonna go.
Yes.
We're gonna
Sounds like a lunch date.
Mhm.
Yes.
You know us, we love food
Yes.
and views.
And views.
Yes, views.
Yes.
And conversation. And I
Yeah.
think I was having this quick conversation with some ladies on Saturday at the Faman event, and it's
Yeah.
just that opening conversation of, hey,
Yeah.
how are you? Oftentimes it's like, oh, we go in that shallow, like, surface level, hey, how's it going? How's the weather? And it's like, if
Right.
we were able to just sit down with women like this and
Yes.
understand, hey, as we progress in life, there's more to unpack. There's more to learn from one another.
Right.
and to
That's so true.
encourage one another. And I love that you said you're able to use community to give back to yourself, because I feel that when we give, we pay it forward, it's reciprocated,
Yes.
and it's amplified, right? So how about your kids? Like, how are they? How many kids do you have? You have two?
So I have two. My daughter Brianna, she's 23.
Okay.
She's a hairstylist.
Nice.
Okay.
So go see her.
All right. Yeah.
And then my son is 14. He
Okay.
just started high school.
Oh.
So they've been my rock, like very supportive.
Yeah.
Always make sure that I'm good first and foremost.
Right.
So their thing is to ask me, "You good, Ma? You good, Ma?" Like
I
20
love
million
that.
times a day.
Good.
And I'm like, I'm good. Every cough, every sound, they're like, "Ma, is that you? Are you all right?"
I
I'm
love
like,
that.
yes, I'm
I
okay.
love that.
So
Aw.
it's like I too even try to kind of explain to them and even instill different types of values and things like that, especially when it comes to community and family and just overall health and
Right,
loving
right.
yourself as well. Because I've seen them too, even through my weakest moments, their kind of downfalls they've struggled with.
Right.
You know, so I think that's why I'm so passionate about just the mindset and just like
Right.
telling people that you
Exactly.
matter.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what you're going through like the scenario, it just always gets better.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's so powerful, especially coming from you, because you have gone through those darkest times, and that you can actually say, no, I actually understand what you're feeling, because I too have gone through such a dark valley, such a dark time. And so, like, you know, you can tell the passion behind that. You know what I mean? It's powerful. I mean,
especially when you have had the experience. You know, some people can preach it, and you know, we try our best to emulate that and really live through it. But when you've experienced it and you have that expiration given to you, you're like, oh no, Lord, like I know you have plans for me. So I love that you said it's not your time, and you know, here you are. Your webinar that you will be having is on September
10th.
September 10th. And so tell us a little bit about what to expect. I know you have some bullet points that you hit on, and I want to kind of highlight that. So for those that are interested,
so it's a You Matter series webinar. I actually used to do it in person, but I've got a lot of requests like from people all over the country.
I love that.
So I was like, let me do a webinar. So it's pretty much an 8-week webinar. And it's an intimate and empowering gathering virtually. Okay. So it's designed with your growth and well-being in mind.
Nice.
So it's a transformative journey pretty much of self-discovery and personal growth.
Okay.
And I think that's why I say I'm just so passionate about that. And it's called You Matter. And every 8 weeks, it's a different topic.
Okay.
So, for example, it's like your mindset matters, your personal growth matters, your resilience matters. So we touch up on those certain topics.
Okay. And are there like things like when you talk about certain subjects for those 8 weeks and stuff, there's also things you can apply?
And, So it's a knowledgeable, informative base to where it's like the given strategies to apply those.
Nice. And I'm pretty sure it's so good because you can apply it, and you can address all kinds of situations.
Yes,
and that way it touches everybody, because everybody may be facing that. They may not be facing cancer, but they may be facing like depression or something else, or and I love that you can break that down just like that. That's powerful. Oh my gosh. And this is an 8-week series?
Yes.
Okay.
So even if you miss it, they're pre-recorded. They'll be emailed to you and things like that.
Oh, wow.
I love that. So if you are listening, the You Matter series starts September 10th with Gigi Roundtree. It's a 8-week virtual webinar.
Yes.
And we also have a code that you can enter, right? It's called, it's Growth 15.
Yes.
So if you want to get 15% off, we can apply that. And, you are going to learn some invaluable and very useful advice, life lessons, experiences. And I think is it interactive where people can?
Yes, it is interactive.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
That's really cool. So are you able to chat, or is it more just through chat?
Yeah, they're able to chat. So it's virtual. So we'll see everyone's faces. They'll be able to interact with each other and myself, ask questions, share stories, and things like that.
All right.
So it's an intimate gathering virtually.
Yeah,
so it's a safe place.
So cool. I love that.
In the comfort of their own home or wherever they're at.
Right.
I mean, so they don't feel like they have to go to a certain place. Sometimes it's good to be there and present, but in this season and this time, especially since COVID, some people are still very weary about going out to big,
apprehensive.
They're very hesitant to come out and big gatherings. Even to me, sometimes too, when I see big gatherings, I'm like, "Ooh, this is
people.
a big gathering." All right, get my just kind of like, okay, everybody, But I love it that you said it's virtually intimate for everyone to come in and to share their share their stories, so that you can help them in that way. Wow. So I mean, how have you since doing this, have you ever come across a situation kind of like that stood out to you, like something that when you were helping people like in the community, has anything like any certain stories or certain people that have impacted you?
Oh yeah, many individuals.
Right.
And it's not only when they come up to me and say I've been a blessing, but they've also in return been a light to me. I actually have a nonprofit. It's called Common Tree. So I founded it in 2016.
Okay.
And I mentor the youth in the school district.
Okay.
So I have a mentorship curriculum, and we touch on the same things that I do with the You Matter.
Okay.
So we talk about the mindset, we talk about etiquette, virtual bullying, and things like that. And just hearing back from the parents, because we do celebrate them. It's also an 8-week
Nice.
Sessions, and just hearing their growth and where they come from. It's like you take on their feelings.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And things that they share that are deep and dark, and just for them to come out of that at the 8 weeks and still see their progress, because I still see kids. I've been with kids that have already graduated high school that said me and my team of mentors have been an influence in their life.
Yeah.
And to see them take those lessons and apply it to their life and go to college and do beautiful things.
Right.
That alone is just rewarding
Yes.
in itself. Yeah.
You are making an impact even for the
Yes.
next generation. That not only for the community now, but for the generations that are to come.
Yeah.
That's blessing. Oh my gosh, girl.
I love that. So you have on your breakdown of the classes, I'm just going to, they're pinned. So
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
yeah, your mindset matters, authenticity matters, building resilience matters, connection, goal setting, finding purpose, growth, self-compassion. And I think all of those things are so relative and relatable, because we all wonder, like, do I matter? Do my thoughts matter? My negative thoughts, my happy thoughts, if you have no one to share it with, like, does it even exist? Or
Absolutely.
what can I do with that? How do I translate that into a creative outlet, perhaps, right? So a lot of these kids don't have those avenues because, one, their parents are working, and they're stuck at home, and then they have to fend for themselves, or they're in an after-school program being told what to do, what not to do.
Exactly.
So it's a matter of the mindset, and I love that, because I have 3 kids. Palapa has 5, and we share, stories of how they, are at home, or what they're struggling with, and it's like, well, how do we relate to them and now in this with the social media and how things are passed on so quickly, right?
Yes.
So
Exactly.
there's so much stimulation for the kids, so it's scary for me, because it's
Yeah.
like they're learning at lightning speed, and here I am trying to
Fast
catch
pace.
up.
Yeah, same.
When
yeah.
I was analog growing up, I was like, oh, I fell down and need a Band-Aid. Now they're like, oh, I'm just going to sit here and just wipe it off, and they're
Right.
good, because they're at home. They're not really going outside playing in the dirt and getting cut, right? So for me, it's so important. Like that the kids now have to have that outlet, and the thought of giving them the tools to really come out of those things, right? So do you have a specific school that you visit? Where can we find you as far as...
So one of my main schools is Roger Bryan Elementary.
Okay.
I was at Monaco Middle, Walter Jacobson, Helen Marie Smith.
Wow.
So I actually, back then there was a program called Adopt a School.
Okay.
So I adopted a couple schools. And what I do is me and my team go in, we, fund some of their things. Maybe it be electronics,
Right.
throw several events.
Okay.
And I love the Title I schools because I just believe it's like the underserved community.
Yes.
So right now we are in Roger Bryan Elementary. We just actually had our open house, and I was able to give over 300 backpacks.
Oh, wow.
Give some shoes away. We had a back to shoe expo
Nice.
the beginning of the month, and we were able to give away like almost 400 new pairs of shoes.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that's so
awesome.
That's
Oh
so
my
great.
gosh.
Yeah, and I think Palapa, you also did one or do one in Kona. So
Yes.
a lot of she does
Yeah.
a back to school
I love
bash.
Back to school bash back in Kona for kids, underprivileged children in the community. Also, too, they provide not only that but free haircuts,
Yeah,
school
we do that
supplies,
too.
and then the food.
Oh, I love that.
And then they will also bring in the community where they can also get more information motivation to get more help throughout the school year. It's not just a one-time thing, but how they can get it continually.
Yeah, absolutely.
In Kona, so shout out to my brother. Yes, Jason.
Yay.
Yes, Boss Cuts and back in Kona. Huh? How's it? But yeah, but then also to here as well. In Las Vegas, I love it that we have these programs. It's not just you, but I noticed that all these other programs and nonprofits are putting that together because we all need help.
Right.
Yes,
We all need
exactly.
help, and if you can help this area here and they can help this area, then everybody gets the help that they need, and then we can all in return give back too.
Exactly.
So I love that you're giving back, because the lives that you're impacting, they in return will come back and impact those lives too. So it's
It's a
wonderful.
win-win.
You know what I mean?
It really is a circle of
Circle of
life.
life.
It really is a circle of life.
Circle of
Because
life.
these kids are going to get older.
Right.
We're going to get older. We're
Right.
going to need their help. And, at that point, we're going to be like, oh, we should have been nicer. I should have been a little bit nicer. See? But no, it's true, right? So now is the time us as, the elders, I'm going to say it, we are the elders of the community. We want to make sure we give back to the kids, give them the tools.
Exactly.
So if you're listening and you have resources or anything that you want to provide for the community, hit us up. We'd love to have you on here. Gigi is, definitely a giving tree. Lots of branches, lots of leaves, and you're leaving us with beautiful things, right? So making sure that we have literature also. Don't forget to pick up The Power of Motivation. Grow Through What You Go Through by Gigi Roundtree. This is one of 6 books that she has written. So not only is she giving back, she's leaving this as a legacy, and also, for us women that want to relate to another woman. Maybe we don't want to have a conversation. We just want to kind of, think like the other and just see what your thoughts are. But is this your first book? Which one was your first of your series?
My first book was actually Note to Self. And I published that 2016.
Wow.
And how that came to be is I would always write notes to myself on my phone. The note section.
Yes.
And I was like, dang, I could really try to write a book.
Right.
So I transferred it to where it would start off as Dear Self. And it would just have like a beautiful saying, no matter what you're going through. And it would just say, love self.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
I'll get you girls one.
Oh
I ran
my
out and I was
goodness.
like, oh my gosh, that would have been a perfect book.
No, I love that.
But then that was my second book, The Power of Motivation. And then my third book is tapping into your greater self, so subconsciously.
Yeah.
And then I had The Power of Healing, and I did 2 journals. So it's journals that you could just really find peace in yourself. I used to just write my thoughts a lot. And I just like to see my progress, where it went like up and down, dark and light, and things like that. And it took me a really long time, because my destination, and I'm pretty sure many as well, is just peace.
Yes.
And I've always strived to have like a peaceful life, no matter what I'm going through. And I see that in my community work. Even when I was sick and down and out, I was always showing up.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, I was like, man, I had to transition to where I had to show up for myself.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
And I had to forgive myself for allowing certain things to kind of deter me from getting to my destination of peace.
Good for
Come on. Come on.
But we always say there's no smooth sailing. So we're always going to go through those turbulent moments to even experience getting to that destination of peace.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, I'm living. They always ask me, like, what did even going through this, even going through my battles in life, like, how has cancer changed me? And I know this may sound odd to some people, but I think I needed to go through that.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's where I found, like, my stronger self, my beautiful self, my resilient self. And that's why I'm so passionate about teaching others, like, you matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I never thought, like, I mattered through that. So I had to take back And they say turn pain into power, and that's what I did.
Come on.
Yes.
Living
And I'm
proof.
like, they say number one thing that is like what we're passionate about, you know, is always the kids, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But mine is just life
Mm-hmm.
in general.
Yeah.
And I still have my ups and downs,
Yeah.
but I think now it's more like, what can I do to even enjoy myself in that moment?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed, because I always used to be like hard on myself, self-sabotage and
yeah.
things like that. And I always have to tell myself like, gee, you matter.
Yeah.
You matter.
Oh.
So
Even when you don't feel like you look in there, you're saying you matter.
Right.
Come
Yeah.
on, speaking life.
And
you matter, you matter, girl.
Yeah,
We
you
all
matter.
matter.
I
And you
love
know,
this.
this series is going to be great.
Yeah.
So join Gigi September 10th.
Yes.
The information is on your screen. Please take a look at it. If not, you can check her out at Gigi Roundtree. What's
yes,
your
I'm
social
on
media?
all platforms. Instagram is _ at Gigi Roundtree. Facebook Gigi Roundtree. Anything am I on? I think that's mostly what I'm on.
Yeah.
So
Well, we are so excited to have you on here. You know, if we could go on forever, we would, and we
Yeah.
should. So we should definitely do a part 2 to this
Yes.
episode and this series,
Yes.
and just kind of catch up. And hopefully, if you are tuning in or you're going to join Gigi on her journey here with the You Matter series, please, you know, you can message us too, so we can
Yes.
kind of understand like
yes.
your journey and how she's helped you, and vice versa. I'm sure you guys are going to exchange very you know, pivotal moments in your life where it's going to really impact each other. And you know, maybe we're going to join.
Oh yeah, I know.
Hello.
It's like,
yes,
it's
girls.
like deeply. It's like
Free
oh my gosh.
invite, okay?
It's so important. And you know, we want to encourage you
Yeah.
to keep going, girl. We're here.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we may not see each other every day. We're on social media,
Yeah.
but you know that we've got your back. And if you
Yeah.
ever need anything,
Likewise.
support,
Absolutely.
vice versa, please let us know, and we're there for you. You know, it's definitely a journey for you, and we're so glad we got to meet you. And hear your story. Is
Thank
there
you.
anything that you're going to be doing in real life besides the You Matter thing? Are you going to do any kind of? I know you do a lot of community events. So
So usually, I'm in the schools around this time of
Okay.
year.
Okay.
But I do in the holidays. We do a lot of you know, community outreaches.
Mhm.
right.
So our next one is, I think, Thanksgiving. So it's
Okay.
Thanksgiving in a box where
All
we'll
right.
be providing, you know, food for the underserved communities
Right.
Yeah.
and families. And then we always, every year, for the holidays, we do the SAC.
Mm.
And what that is you get to sponsor a student
Nice.
from our school, and they get like this whole entertainment. Santa comes out, and it's called the SAC
Oh.
because they write a letter to Santa and of what they would want for Christmas.
Right. Right.
Okay.
So we put it in a red sack, and Santa comes out. We have a magician. We feed their families. They get to
Nice.
come out, and it's just a grand time.
That's really
Oh.
cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and you know, it's also too to let people know too that if they want to be a part of that,
Oh,
they can
yes,
reach out to you,
absolutely.
because I know you need a good team to come support, because as you provide these things, we all need to come together. Maybe there are people who are able to give more, and they're
Oh,
looking
yes.
for avenues
Yeah.
to give and to support, so they can also reach out to your social media and your team as well,
Yes.
and they can be a part of that as well, because that sounds like a grand old time.
It
Yeah.
does.
Sounds like a good time.
Aw.
You
yeah,
know?
and the you could find us on Instagram, Common Tree LV.
All right.
Yeah, so we
Commentary
post
LV.
all our you know, events there and ways that you could get back.
Yay,
Awesome. I
Gigi,
love
Miss
that.
Gigi Roundtree, thank you so much
Yay.
for
Oh
joining
my
us.
gosh.
Thank you
for having me.
You know,
love it.
today was really good. I think we like slowed it down. We're usually
Yeah.
there's so many, it's mahalo halo, so it's a mix of,
Yeah,
of
we're-
feelings and energy.
Yes.
Talent,
Yeah.
You know, me and sister
tears.
tears. Depends on the day. I'm telling you, every day is a different day, but always good because we're able
Yeah.
to hear your story and
Yeah.
we're able to, you know, just exchange, you know, our experience. And I'm so
Yes.
happy that you finally were able to make it.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, I'm really excited, sister. This
That's
is wow. This
right.
is powerful. I mean,
I know.
like, yeah. Today just feels really good because it's a different kind of self love.
Yes.
It's a deeper. It's a
Yes.
deeper, more heart love, and mind love. You know what I mean? Like things that because that's real that you were talking about, those battles that we all constantly face. We were talking about that earlier today. That how are you feeling? And we face those battles internally that we don't like to talk about, and externally, especially me being an MC, of us working together in the community. I mean, but it's so good to just say, hey, wait, take a moment, meditate, look for a beautiful view, appreciate life, be grateful for life, because life is a precious thing.
We are just passing through, and it's what we're gonna do. What is it with that dash, right? It's like you're born, the dash, and then the expiration. But what are we doing in the dash? So I just hope that we can all.
What are we doing in the dash?
Yes, we're not running. We
What are we
cruise.
doing in the dash? Oh my gosh!
They just show up in my brain.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and with us sitting in the same room, I think there's a lot of exchanging of ideas too. So I'm really happy to have you. You're welcome here anytime.
Absolutely.
And you guys here, you can watch us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and on Amazon Fire TV. Listen to us on the PHLV radio app. Get us on our podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio.
That's right.
What a blessing it is to be here in studio with Miss Gigi Roundtree.
That's right.
And my sister,
MC Lepaleps. We love you guys, and always, love yourself, love your heart, stay hydrated. We love y'all.
Just like a friend from back home.
This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.
PHLV Radio.